right, so welcome everyone. My name is Chris. I am a member of our US office for New Anglia, but today I'm going to be presenting for UK students or students bound for the UK. So today we're going to look at our mission and vision, where we are today, where we stand. Then we're going to move into the advantages of studying on the island of Anguilla. And then we're going to take a look at the pathway to studying medicine in the UK. Then we're going to explore our core and elective rotations, which are really a crucial part of our clinical training. And then we're going to talk through our admissions timeline. Following that, we'll discuss our tuition. We'll do a live Q&A where I'm going to answer a few questions from our students. So if you take a look at the left upper hand side of our screen here, you're going to see a QR code. This QR code is going to link you to a Google form. And if you go on that form and you submit some questions, we'll take a look at those questions at the end and try to answer as many as we can, okay? So at New Anglia, everything we do is going to be guided by our mission, vision, and core principles. First, we're going to deliver a high-quality, internationally recognized education. The education you receive at New Anglia is going to allow you to practice medicine around the world. Second, we promote global citizenship through diversity, through creating an inclusive environment, and really a student-centered teaching environment. We want our students to communicate with our faculty, to tell us, what they need, how we can help, and we're really focused on creating and fostering this environment of inclusivity. So no matter where you're from around the world, we want our students to feel supported from our faculty, from our staff, and that's a core principle of our school. We want to foster this community environment of engagement, professionalism, and ethical practice. Every student that's coming to us is coming to become a physician. And so as a physician, a global centered physician, it's your job to gain the skills, and not only the doctoring skills, but to be able to work and to have compassion for those from all over the world, from all different socioeconomic backgrounds. And that's a really important part of what we stand for, and our curriculum will speak to that. Finally, our vision. So what's the vision of our school? We're looking ahead of where we're going. We want to lead as an international institution in medicine and health science education. We want to empower graduates to thrive in a diverse, ever-evolving healthcare environment. Things are changing with new technology, new computer-based AI, everything is changing, and we are going to make sure that our students are on the forefront of that change. Whether you're in the US or the UK, anywhere in the world, we're committed to contributing to a global health advancement through innovation, embracing innovation, and research. So now, at the heart of both mission and vision are our principles. These principles are going to guide our daily work from the kind of community we're building, where we value academic freedom and integrity. So no matter what you want to study, no matter where you want to study, we really believe in giving that ability to our students. We believe in fostering a teamwork environment of transparency, equality, and open dialogue. We believe in free speech. We believe in transparency from our school. We believe in transparency from our faculty and from our students. We remain politically and religiously neutral, focusing solely on what matters, which is creating a quality education, creating meaningful research, and promoting health and well-being for our students and for our students' future patients. And we want to instill these principles into our students from day one, because these are going to be the tenets that you're going to bring with you from our school and from our education that you're going to carry out into the world. If you're practicing in the UK, if you're practicing in the US, these principles are going to guide you, and we want to instill them from day one in our students. So now, where do we stand as a school? So it's important for us students to understand that the school is building it, we're always adding more. So let's take a look at where we are right now. So as far as our learning environment, so we're offering our students a fully renovated campus with new simulation labs, an anatomy suite, to ensure our students have access to the latest technology for hands-on learning. When it comes to medicine, it's a hands-on career. And from day one, our students are going to have access to these sim labs, to these anatomy suites. And this is going to allow you to get that extra practice that you're really just not going to find anywhere else. So whenever possible, you have access as a student to all of these labs. We also have a well-equipped library that supports both your academic and your research needs. So you have everything you'll need to be successful from day one. So from spending extra time in the anatomy lab or the sim lab, or if you're digging deep onto research, you have everything you need on campus ready to go, available anytime. So next, for our clinical training, we are proud of our NHS teaching hospital affiliations in London, Manchester, and Corringham, and really beyond in the UK and in the US. These connections are going to provide our students with invaluable clinical experiences in world-class healthcare settings. So you're going to be shoulder to shoulder with students from UK-based institutions and other institutions in UK clinical rotations. Next, as far as our faculty. So our faculty are a cornerstone of our school. They are what support our students from day one. And so our faculty is made up of multicultural medical professionals and renowned researchers, many of whom have been published experts in their fields. They bring so much education, wealth of teaching and research experience that they're going to pass on to all of our students. And our faculty are really going to ensure from day one that you receive a top tier education, and not only education, but mentorship. So if you're thinking about starting a research project, you want to get publications, you're excited about going into clinicals, and you want to gain more hands-on experience, or really you just need some mentorship of how to handle the stress and of the academics, our faculty are there to help you. And so all of our faculty from day one are extremely supportive of our students. We want you to succeed, and we're going to give you all the tools to succeed while you're on campus. And then, as I mentioned before, all of our clinical training sites are extremely strong, and there you're going to have clinical faculty who are going to support you in the hospitals, really ensuring that you gain that hands-on real-life experience as you go through your course and as you go through your elective rotations, which we're going to talk about in a few slides. Okay, so regarding our memberships. So our memberships globally are really important for our school. That's going to allow our students to receive this high quality education. So we're accredited by the Quality Assurance Agency of Higher Education, the QAA, and International Association of Health Professional Education, AMEE. These are memberships that demonstrate our commitment to maintaining high academic standards. So these accrediting bodies ensure that we are always maintaining the highest level of education quality for our students, and really ensuring that our students from day one are receiving everything they need academically, so that you're going to be extremely successful when you're out in our hospitals and beyond during your own medical career. So as far as international recognition is extremely important. This as well is going to allow you to practice around the world, either in the UK, US, Canada, Australia, wherever you want to go. The sky's the limit, because our school has invested so much in obtaining and maintaining all of these international recognitions. So we're currently listed on the World Directory of Medical Schools, FAMER, and we hold an ECFMG sponsor note. So being listed on the WDOMS, the World Directory of Medical Schools, and having this ECFMG sponsor note is what's going to allow you to obtain a licensure in the United Kingdom and really any country globally. So these sponsor notes are extremely important, and we take a lot of pride in having that sponsor note for our students, ensuring that you're going to be fully licensed globally. So this is going to support our medical education, being recognized in any country that you want to practice in. And really this recognition is going to support our graduates no matter where they want to pursue their careers in medicine globally. So in terms of international collaboration, so we do have some collaborating partners that we collaborate with. For example, we have a dual degree opportunity now offered through the US-based college, Franklin University. This is in Ohio in the United States. And this is going to be an online degree that's going to allow students to gain a bachelor's degree, a US-based bachelor's degree, or a master's and MBA in either exercise science or healthcare administration. And these are to help support you so that you can further your education. You can be enrolled in both programs, and they're going to work synergistically with each other to support you while you're going through your studies. So by the end of your studies, you can complete a bachelor's degree or a master's and your MD and walk out with them both completed at the same time. Lastly, our student community. So within our community, we house a diverse group of MD and pre-med students from a wide range of education and cultural backgrounds. A lot of our students might start pre-med after doing a few years in another career or a complete career change. Maybe you're, and actually many of our students are coming right from a secondary school, either from high school or from a secondary education globally. And so no matter where you're starting, you're going to meet students from around the world that are coming from different walks of life. And this is going to help create that opportunity of learning from a culturally diverse group and really building that equality and global understanding. Our students are coming from around the world. You might be coming from the UK, and you might meet a student coming from somewhere in the United States or somewhere in Africa or somewhere in Asia and from around really anywhere in the world. And that's a great part of our basic sciences is all of our students are going to practice together, learn medicine on the island together. So in summary, New Anglia University provides an exceptional and globally recognized medical education backed by strong resources, our excellent faculty, and we offer opportunities for international collaboration pretty much at every step across the way. Okay, so the advantages of working on the island of Anguilla. So there's a lot of advantages to moving to the island. It's a broadening experience for our students. And what that means is that it's a time for you to step away from the normal life you might be living or from the normal routine and see a new part of the world, to experience something new. And our island is home to so many great advantages and so many great things that we're really proud to be based there. So one of our biggest strengths of New Anglia University is our location. So the island of Anguilla is where you're going to be studying. So for your basic sciences, all the basic sciences are going to be conducted on the island. Some students have asked about remote. So we offer a remote pre-med, which is about a year that I'll talk about later. But when you're doing your actual basic sciences, all of our students will be on the island. So in our lecture halls and on the island itself. So first, as far as language and accessibility. So the island of Anguilla is a English-speaking environment. Pretty much everybody speaks English. So there's really no language barrier for our students. It's very easy to get there. If you're London-based, you can fly from London to Antigua or St. Martin. And then from St. Martin, it's about a 25-minute ferry ride to the island of Anguilla. Plus, if you're close to the US, there are direct US flights from Miami, from Boston, and from Baltimore. So if you want to travel to the US to see family, friends that might be based there or anywhere else in that hemisphere, or if you want to fly over directly from London to a neighboring island, it's very accessible, very easy to get to. And it's really designed as far as the support from St. Martin and the sister islands to make sure that it's very easy travel back and forth. So with that said, let's talk about our lifestyle and the culture of the island. So Anguilla is a safe and welcoming island with an international community. So people from all over the world will go there to live, to work, to have fun. So the island itself is really welcoming to really travelers from around the world. Right now, our student body is small, it's close-knit, and this helps foster a strong friendship and support structure for all of our students. When you come in, you're joining into a small group of medical professionals who are there to study, to have fun, to support each other. And that's a great part of being on the island. It's going to be the people that you meet here who are going to be your colleagues practicing around the world. So it's exciting to have this new opportunity on this island to make new friends and to have some adventures while you're there and to build that network for yourself that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your career. So everything on the island itself around the school is very close by. So you can save time, and so you'll have the ability to balance your academics with rest, fun, recreation, hanging out with other students after class. And then, of course, there's going to be plenty of cultural experiences, such as the local carnival celebrations that happen throughout the year, as well as just getting to know a new culture. And that's part of that broadening experience. This is your time to go somewhere new, make new friends, and to learn about a new culture. And remember, the other islands that we mentioned are very close by. So if you want to check out neighboring islands, more than welcome. And it's a great way to again, just to learn more. So the cost and convenience side, living on the island itself is very affordable compared to many other Caribbean islands. So there's always a balance. You can maintain your academic focus, and at the same time, you can have the space for personal well-being, just enjoying being on the island itself. Many of our faculty, if you've joined previously, have talked about how they were working, from other countries around the world, and they decided to move the island not for the school, but because they wanted to go somewhere initially that was just, a nice lifestyle, a great place to live, and really, that is what the island brings. It's a destination for people to just learn and to have a nice quality of life. So while you're there, a lot of students ask about employment. We encourage our students, academics always come first. Your academic success is everything. But with that said, we do offer work study opportunities for our students. So students on the island can work part-time while studying. By applying for a student work permit, you'll have access to flexible work options that can help support you financially, which is important, while pursuing your degree. So if you think about it, having a part-time job is a great way to offset tuition, have a little bit of extra spending money for fun on the weekends, and will really just give you a different perspective so that you're engaged in your studies, but also can support yourself and have more experiences working part-time. So altogether, the island of Anguilla offers a perfect mix of accessibility, easy flights, easy to get to, very close to the US, with a lot of different connecting flights around. And then lifestyle is excellent, a lot of fun to be there, very welcoming and very affordable. And then opportunity. This is your opportunity, really, if you think about it, to become a physician, to be able to experience a new place and to broaden yourself, making friends and having this new experience. Okay, so now, moving into something that every student wants to know about, the curriculum. So the curriculum, something that every student needs to think about, because this is what you're going to be completing during your time on the island. So let's break it down. The curriculum is going to be divided into two phases. And this is going to be, right now we're talking about our MD curriculum, your medical doctorate of medicine curriculum. We will talk about the pre-med, but right now we're talking about from day one on the island onward. Okay, so the program is divided into our two phases, our basic sciences and then our clinical sciences. The basic sciences are going to last from about 20 months, which is right around 1.5 years on campus, so on the island itself. And this phase is going to include comprehensive system-based curriculum. So organ systems, body systems, where you'll learn cardiovascular system, renal, nephrology, kidneys, or gastrointestinal system-based. This is going to be, these systems and this learning is going to be spread across 5 terms. So if you start in the fall, 5 terms going from fall to winter to spring, all the way around. And then we're also going to offer, so it would be fall, winter, summer. And then within those 5 terms, we're going to have 35 credits per term. So you're going to complete 35 credits per term for 5 terms. And this is extremely comprehensive. The amount of credits our students receive is really higher than a lot of other schools. And we do this on purpose because we leave no rock unturned. Our students are going to learn everything when it comes to the basic sciences. And this is going to really ensure that you're strong academically heading into the clinicals. You want to be able to impress those residents, the attendings, the physicians that you'll be working under. And so that's what our curriculum is designed for. Now, that's the first phase. For our UK-based students, for you to matriculate from your basic sciences onward, we're going to make sure that you're ready, and we'll talk about this, but you're going to take an MBME, CBSE, a comprehensive basic science exam, which is going to prepare you for clinicals. And this is going to take place in the MD5 semester. So this MBME exam is really part of your final term. We're going to make sure that you have all the study materials and you're prepared going into this, but there is a large exam that you will have to sit for that's going to really ensure that you're ready to move into the clinicals. Okay, so now let's talk about our clinical sciences. So that was all phase 1 on the island, about a year and 1.5 years. Now the clinical sciences are going to follow immediately afterwards, and these are going to span 2 years. So these are going to be completed in UK hospitals where students are going to gain hands-on clinical experiences. Within the clinical experiences, you're going to go through core rotations. Your core rotations include internal medicine for 12 weeks, 3 months, surgery, 12 weeks, 3 months, pediatrics for 6 weeks, obstetrics and gynecology for 6 weeks, psychiatry and family medicine both for 6 weeks. So these are your core rotations required for every medical student, and it's really your time to see what kind of medicine you like to practice. They're all very different, and you'll be in the UK in affiliated UK hospitals for each of these rotations. Okay, so in addition to your core rotations, you're also going to be completing 24 weeks of elective rotations. This is where you're going to have the opportunity to explore various subspecialties depending on your own interest. So depending on what kind of medicine you want to practice, this is where you're going to be able to choose where you spend your time during your elective rotations. So this structure ensures that by the end of your program, our graduates are well prepared for clinical practice, their licensing exams, and a wide range of postgraduate opportunities. So no matter what you want to do. So one of the big questions that we have is going to be our pathway. So our pathway to PLAB success. So we're going to outline now the key support system that we provide for our students to ensure your success on the PLAB exam, an important step for everybody who's going to be practicing medicine in the United Kingdom. So first, we include a PLAB resource in your tuition. So this means that all the essential study materials and resources that you're going to need for the PLAB preparation are readily available to you throughout your program. So at no additional cost or as requiring a separate purchase, you're going to have all the resources available for success on test day. Next, our faculty-led MBME diagnostic exams. So these are going to be nationally based diagnostic exams given to our students at terms 1, 3, and 5 are going to serve as checkpoints to provide continuous assessment of our students. So these exams are there to make sure that you understand the materials as you get tested, but also in a comprehensive sense. So as you go through terms at the end of term 1, 3, and 5, you're going to take these checkpoint exams. And that's really to ensure that you are ready for the larger CBSE exam at the end and then eventually your PLAB exam. So additionally, we offer peer tutoring and study skills coaching. This peer support system helps engage our students in a collaborative environment to support your learning while building strong study skills and habits that are really tailored for medical exams. So the best person to ask about upcoming exams is someone who's been there and has done it. And so we do have this teaching environment on campus where students in MD semesters prior will be able to work with students in MD semesters that are a step behind. And this is going to help to help identify areas of improvement for our students and have a strong support system. And we've really seen that environment helps. Your students and your peers are going to be your support system, and we do offer that peer-to-peer tutoring. Lastly, we incorporate integrated question bank assignments throughout your studies. So you're going to have question banks, questions that you'll have to answer. And so this can help you regularly test your knowledge and prepare you effectively for the PLAB exams. With the resources in place, we are committed to your success. We want you to succeed while you're on the island and beyond, on the PLAB, and really just in your career. And so we're going to ensure that you're prepared from every step of the way. Okay, so let's talk about core rotations. An essential part of practicing medicine is getting that hands-on experience in the hospitals. It's what everybody dreams about, being there in scrubs, being there in their white coat, learning from doctors. That is what you're really signing up for, and that's really the most exciting part of your medical education in some respects. So our core rotation network spreads across the NHS sites in the UK, including cities like London, Manchester, Corringham, and more. This is going to provide you hands-on experiences from some of the best healthcare settings offered. Our students are going to complete 48 weeks of core rotations in the following specialties of internal medicine, surgery, pediatrics, OBG, psychiatry, and family medicine, like we talked about before. And what's great about that is there's no additional placement fees for our students. So built into your cost of attendance is going to be these rotations in the hospitals. And our UK students, your slot is guaranteed. There are guaranteed rotations without any additional cost that are going to be provided in just one seamless experience for our students. So now talking about electives, we offer 30 plus elective options for our students. So 30 different kinds of clinical experiences you could have in different subspecialties of medicine. For example, cardiology, neurology, oncology, and emergency medicine. You can also choose research electives where you'll collaborate with our UK faculty members and mentors. This is going to allow you to deepen your experience in specific areas of interest. So you could start a research project on the island, and you can carry that with you into research-focused clinical rotations as you progress back into the UK. So finally, the elective options provide you with the flexibility to shape your own residency goals and your residency resume. So no matter what kind of medicine you want to practice, these elective rotations are the time for you to meet people, to gain the experience, and to create that resume that's going to stand out when it comes to matching into your residency of choice. So here are a few of our key affiliate hospitals in the United Kingdom: Bushy Fields Hospital, St. George's Hospital, Newham Health Center, Town Hamlets Mental Health, Collingswood Road Surgery, the Rigger Miller Medical Center, and the Rose Villa Surgery. So all of these clinical rotations are available to our students, and they're going to ensure that you get that hands-on real-world experience where you're going to have the ability to build your skills that you really need in a healthcare profession. And again, if you have any specific questions, especially about our affiliated hospitals, core rotations, elective rotations, if you're wondering about locations, all of it, feel free to scan our QR code up at the top here, where you can ask any specific questions. And then if you'd like to see more about our UK rotations, which is really a big deciding factor, where you rotate could be where you get a future residency. It's a huge, huge opportunity. So feel free down here to scan this QR code, and that's going to bring you to our UK rotations page. Let's take a look at our roadmap to UK licensure. So if needed, students can begin with a 1-year 90 credit pre-medical program that's going to prepare you for our MD program. This is going to be an essential foundation for those who require it. So you will benefit from building that scientific understanding. When you get into medical school, it's go time. There's an assumption that you have that background in sciences, and so we've designed our pre-med course for anyone. And our admissions team will evaluate your transcripts depending on where you're coming from to decide if the pre-med program is right for you. So once you move into our MD program, the first phase is going to be to focus on your basic sciences. And this is what we were talking about previously, that 1.5 years on the island. Here, you're going to develop a strong medical foundation. You're going to take your multiple CBSE exams, your comprehensive MBME CBSE exam. And really, that's where you're going to spend the time learning the academics of medicine. Upon completion of your MBME, your CBSC exam, our UK students are going to be qualified to move into their clinical sciences. So our clinical sciences phase, you're going to complete the core rotations that we just talked about at NHS hospitals in the UK, and you'll be evaluated within the MBME CCSE, the clinical core science exams, to ensure that you're ready for clinical practice. So you will take assessments along the way throughout your time rotating in the hospitals. So after graduation, we will help you through the GMC registration process to get your license to practice in the UK. So that's a comprehensive process, but we're going to ensure that you're taken care of along the way to get through that licensure. Then you're prepared. Then you're going to prepare for your PLAB Level 1 and Level 2 examination, and that's going to allow you to practice in the UK. Finally, we're going to offer the UK Foundation Program Office application that's going to help you secure your foundation year in the NHS. So throughout the journey, New Anglia's medical school provides ongoing guidance for the PLAB timing, so when you're going to sit for the PLAB, the GMC requirements, and just the overall licensure process. And we really ensure that all of our students from day one, whether you're a pre-med student, which we consider very much one of our students from day one, or moving into the MD curriculum, that you are prepared for this journey and have everything that you need for success and final licensure so you can practice independently in the UK. All right, so now moving into very important topic are admissions requirements. So if you have any questions or you want to send us an inquiry, feel free to fill out this tap this QR code here. So our admissions requirements today, all of our students, again, if you're just joining us, thank you for joining, are really here because you're interested in admissions. How do you get started? How do you get started for both our MD program, our pre-med program? And so we're going to take some time to break this down. So for our MD program, or Doctor of Medicine, our applicants must have a bachelor's degree. So our requirement, you have to have a bachelor's degree. The program is going to last 4 years. And so for our MD program, you have 3 different start dates. We have our January start, we have our May start, and we have our September start. So these are going to be rolling start dates, and depending on where you are and where your application stands, we're going to assign you to a start date. So the MD program is divided into 2 phases. We're going to have our basic science terms, which are going to take 5, which are going to be those 5 terms that we talked about. And the cost of attendance is going to be for our tuition is going to be $3,600 per term. So that's per term. And now our clinical science phase, this is going to span 6 terms at a cost of $5,500 per term. Okay. So for those that are applying to our pre-med program, you'll need qualifications such as the UK A levels, the BTEC, the IB, or an access course. And now all of our applicants are going to be reviewed holistically. We will take a look at the courses that you completed, and we'll figure out where you stand and which, if you need to take additional courses, we'll be able to give guidance from our admissions team on what you need to complete. And so our pre-med course is designed for those who do not hold yet a bachelor's degree. This program is going to last 1 year online, so you can complete it anywhere in the world online. And this is going to help you prepare for entry into the MD program. And we really look for students who have taken those A-level courses at BTEC and in the sciences healthcare, because we want to ensure that you are ready. This is a rigorous program. Medicine combines a lot of different principles of science all together. And so our pre-med program is designed to help our students prepare. But we really take it very seriously, because once you get going and once you're in the MD program, it is a lot of material, and we need to make sure that you are ready. But our job is to ensure that, and so we do a holistic evaluation of your application. So again, for MD program, bachelor's degree required. For our pre-medical program, you will need A levels, BTEC, IB access, and that is going to be 1 year online. All right, so we're going to go over our simple step-by-step application process for our school's medical programs. So first step, you're going to book an academic consultation. When you book your consultation with us, this is going to be a chance for you to discuss your qualifications and get personalized advice on the application process. So after your initial consultation, you're going to receive an application form and a checklist. Once you have the application form and the checklist, this is going to guide you through supplying the school with the documents that we'll need to give a full assessment. This will include transcripts, different identification documents, and all of this is important for us to assess where you're at, to determine your start point, and for us to make a decision on your admissions. Okay, so now you'll submit your application. Once you've gathered all your documents, if you submitted your application, including those documents, we'll review it and then we'll make a decision and get back to you as soon as possible. Once we've made our decision, if accepted, you will receive an offer letter. If your application is successful, this offer letter is going to outline every step of what you'll need to do to matriculate to start as one of our students. And it will outline where you're going to start, your stop dates, and give a confirmation of your acceptance. So then you're going to secure your seat. So after receiving your offer, you'll need to secure your seat for your enrollment in our program by confirming your acceptance and paying any required fees that we have to start. So a seat fee. And then finally, you'll sign your student contract and have access to your NAU portal. So once you sign your student contract, you're going to gain access to your portal where you can manage your student account and have access to all the important resources that you're going to use. This account you're going to be using throughout your time with our school. And so from that point on, you are a matriculated student and ready to start. So we have a very straightforward process. We're here to guide you every step of the way and really to help you answer any questions you have, to find a time that's going to work for you. So feel free to send us any questions through our inquiry link, our QR code, any direct questions through our Q&A code, because it's really the questions that you provide that's going to allow us to find the answers if we don't have them, or to help guide and make the decision for you as clear as possible of when you want to get started and whether or not this school is right for you. So if you have any questions, again, please send those questions through our QR codes. All right, so we talked about a lot of great stuff today. I'm sure we're going to check a few questions. So let's jump into a few questions. We have about 15 minutes to answer some questions. So let's see where we are. So first question: how do we secure admission? Okay, so just like we talked about before, our process is pretty simple. You can visit our website, you can fill out one of our inquiry forms, and someone from our admissions team will get back to you, typically within 48 hours. And our admissions team's job is to really help guide you through your decision-making process step by step. So all those steps that we talked about, from your initial academic consultation, receiving an application, and so on, all the way down to signing a contract, that process can't start unless you reach out to our admissions team and get to know us so we can get to know you and work through the process. So best way to secure your admissions is to reach out, and our admissions team will help you throughout the whole process so that you can make a decision and you can get started. So another question was employment. So can you work basically on the island while studying? In previous slide, we talked about, yes, you can. So you can work up to 20 hours per week on the island. It will require a student work permit, but it's very accessible, and our staff can help ensure that you have the application. While you're on the island, we really do encourage our students to focus on their studies, but at the same time, yes, you can work while studying on the island itself. Okay, a question we get a lot of the time here: do you offer the 1.5 years online study and then the 2 years of clinicals? So common question: no, the only online programs that we offer are going to be our 1-year pre-med. And then if you decide to do the bachelor's or the master's from our partner college, Franklin University, that will be online. But the actual basic sciences, the didactic years, the book stuff of medicine, that's all going to happen on campus. So every student is going to come down to the campus for 1.5 years, and that will not be offered online. But at the same time, if you think about it, the Caribbean is pretty great. And so we highlighted a lot of those great options that you have while you're on the island, and more than happy to answer more questions about that. Okay, so when will student loan options become available for UK students similar to US students? So we get this question a lot. So it's very important for us right now to make sure that our students have funding options. Right now, we currently don't have the opportunities for UK students like other nationalities, but we're working hard not only for our UK students, but students from other Commonwealth countries. So it's part of our immediate plans right now, and we do expect some great news pretty soon. We are working on it. Trust us, we're working on it, and we will have something exciting to announce fairly soon. So. But when it comes to student loans, when it comes to making sure that our students have what they need, it is a priority for our school. So how do I practice medicine in the UK after graduating from New Anglia? So graduates from our school are going to be prepared to launch their medical careers in the US. Our exams are designed, like we talked about before, so that you will have success on your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 assessments. So pathway to practicing in the UK is pretty straightforward. You're going to have to prove English proficiency through tests such as the IELTS and the OET. Once you have that certification, you're going to pass your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, which is going to demonstrate both clinical and practical competency. So you're going to have to sit for exams, and then you're going to have a practical portion where you're going to go through simulated patient scenarios, and that together will allow you to pass PLAB 1 and PLAB 2. Once you have those completed, you're going to apply for your GMC registration. You're going to submit your degree, your English test results, your PLAB certifications, and your proof of identity. Following that, you're going to apply to the UK Foundation Program, the UK FPO, and this is going to secure your foundation for year 1 training positions. This is our typical standard starting point for newly registered doctors in the UK. Okay, does the university help getting set up on the island? Yes, we do. So to make your move easier, we do have a few dedicated locations where our students can get housing. Our students are going to receive a comprehensive relocation package that's going to have instructions for next step-by-step checklist as far as flights, as far as all the documentation you need to arrive on the island. And we're going to make sure that you're fully prepared from day one. We do hold a relocation briefing 3 weeks before your departure. So once you're ready, we are going to have a briefing where we're going to go over the relocation. We're going to ensure that everything is in order. And then for arranging actual accommodations, helping you settle in, we do have, again, partners on the island. We have recommendations of where you can stay and really everything outlined. So you can make a choice as far as living accommodations. And it really comes down to every student where, what they value. Do you want to be closer to school, closer to something else on the island? So we will make sure that you have everything. And that briefing is very important. That's where you're going to have time to ask a lot of different questions. And we really are going to make sure that you are ready to go day one on the island. Okay, so we get that question all the time. It is a big consideration moving down to the island, but it's part of your journey. It's part of your story, and it's very important that you're set up ahead of time. And so a lot of that planning happens well in advance. So that's why if you're deciding when to start, so kind of going off of that question, when you're making a decision about when you want to start, relocating is a real consideration. So the sooner the better. The sooner you reach out to admissions to connect with someone to figure out where you start and evaluate for acceptance. That's very important because we want to make sure that our students are ready, that they have time in advance to get set up, and that really will make a big difference in getting started. Okay, so do I need to bring medical equipment? So no, our students are going to have access to all the medical equipment, all the tools that you're going to need through our simulation labs, through our skills labs. But if you do have basic equipment, as far as stethoscopes, basic doctoring tools, yes, absolutely, you can bring whatever you have, whatever you'd want to practice with and train with. Our university provides training tools that are going to ensure success on our assessments. So you're never going to be asked to be assessed on something that you don't have. And we really want to make sure that you're ready, that you're comfortable, hands-on, and because that's a big part of your training, the hands-on aspect, and that time in the sim labs, the time in the skills labs is really going to translate to success in the clinics. Let's see. So we do have a list actually of recommended items that we'll offer for our students. That's going to be part of that first. So that's going to be part of your initial onboarding. What to bring, and we will cover that. Okay. How large are the class sizes? So that's going to depend. Typically, they're pretty small, up to about 10 students. This is a great experience because it's going to ensure a really close-knit environment. It's also going to ensure that our student to faculty ratio is ideal. You're going to get to know your faculty members. We have a small knit school, and that's something that you're just not going to have as an experience at other places. So we really value the student to faculty ratio. That's something that's very important to us. And we find that our students really enjoy our class structure. So fairly small, typically up to about 10 students per class at this point in time. Let's see. Is the island a safe place to live? Yes, it's very safe, very low crime rates. It's a very close-knit community as far as those who live on the island full time. And it's very welcoming. The island itself is set up for students to study. During our open house back in June, we had some representatives from the island's government, and they really reiterated those points that the island is designed to welcome students. It's a huge initiative island-wide, and they take public safety extremely seriously. So yes, great environment, very safe, and it's really just a great place to study, to have fun, but to really just lock in and to learn and to have that time. And that's really the way to think about your time on the island. It is your time to learn medicine. It's your time to build those skills, and that's what one of the big advantages of studying is having the ability to studying on the island itself is to have the ability to kind of shut out the noise. We want to have that environment where you are there to study. And again, we have work study, we have things to offer, but your primary goal is to learn, to pass your assessments. And that's why studying on an island where you are there, to primarily study is so important. Okay, so another question we got, is there time to apply for September? So yes, there is time to apply, but the availability and just the time requirement now is limited. So we talked about the onboarding process. It does take time. We talked about the relocation. It does take time. So if you're seriously considering, you're on the call today, you're saying, okay, is this the right decision? You need to reach out immediately because without giving enough time for the application, it's just, it's just cutting it pretty close. So our orientation for the MD program does start. It does start on the 8th. And that's going to be where you're going to have all the instructions, campus tour, guidance, and that's designed to help you settle in. Our pre-meds, their orientation is going to start on September 15th. So there is a little bit more time there. The setup, because you're not going to be relocating, is typically a little faster, but not much. So for our MD bound students, those with the bachelor's, those are thinking about coming down to the island, you have to get started very soon because it takes time. It takes time for approval. It takes time for the admissions committee to review everything. And again, we kick off on the 8th. So our team will make a decision about when the last day to really be accepted is. And we'll just say time is of the essence. So that's what I'm going to say. So if you miss these sessions, though, you're going to be missing really important information. You're going to be missing opportunities to connect with faculty, and you're going to be kind of starting trying to catch up. So long story short, now is the time to apply to make sure that you're ready to have a smooth transition onto the island and to get started on the right foot. Okay, so I think that's it. There are more questions, but just for the sake of time, feel free to drop any additional questions for the QR code. We will get back to you as soon as possible. A member of our team will reach out, as soon as possible. So expect to get a call, to get an email from our team because we want to connect with you. We want to get to know what your goals are and how we can support you as a school. So feel free to drop any personal questions. Again, a lot of different questions. We as far as personal questions, that's where that initial consultation, if we go back and take a look, that initial consultation, that's where we're going to be able to answer all the questions that you have. That's where we can dig into your background, your story, and get to know you as a student, get to know you as a person. And then from there, if all looks good, we'll be able to move into our next steps, okay? But we really encourage you, now is the time to reach out and to start the process because September start is only a few weeks away, a week away. So we want to make sure that you're set up and ready to go. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. It was my pleasure to speak with you all today. Stay tuned. We are going to have more admissions webinars. We do really value everybody taking time out of their day, out of their night for to learn more about our school. So again, feel free to send us a message, send us an email, follow us on social media, reach out to admissions, and we look forward to speaking with you and helping you on your way to becoming a future physician and really setting up the career that you want. Again, this is for you. We built this school for you. It's designed, the curriculum's designed for you. So we're excited to meet you and answer any additional questions that you have. Again, my name was Chris from U.S. Admissions, covering for my colleague from UK. But I really appreciate you guys coming out, and we're excited to see you next time. Talk about all the new stuff that we're developing, and stay tuned for a lot of great announcements that pertain specifically to you, to our students heading to practice in the UK. All right, well, nice seeing everyone virtually, and I wish you all well. And feel free. I'm going to leave the call up for a minute. Answer any questions you have in our Q&A, and somebody from our admissions team will reach out as soon as possible.